to access the nearest health center might be kilometers away. Now this is becoming a thing of the past. With the establishment of the health center here in Dongoroba, many people are now optimistic about their health conditions. The representative from the governor of Kolda in Casamance said it was left to the people to continue from the good foundation that President Jammeh and Sall had laid for the peoples of the Gambia and Senegal. Though the health center is in the Gambia, he said, the geographical proximity between the nearest village in Casamance and Dongoroba is literally a stone throw away. We asked the CEO to give us a historical background of how things were for the masses before the establishment of the health center.
At Dongoro, to be frank enough, we have the standard equipments. We have well equipped, we have a lot of drugs. And then moreover, we are strategically located just at the up the road. It's something like 50 meters away from the road. And if you check from here to that place, how to call it, Japine, a lot of villages are there. And most of these people are coming also from the, as I tell you, our relatives coming all the way from the Casamance area. So definitely speaking, it is a need. And then sometimes late in night, the person may have emergencies, and then they have to put you on a donkey cart to take you to a nearest health facility.
It was a loaded program with speakers from various walks of life. The emphasis here was on continuity and the solidarity that the people of Dongoroba had demonstrated in coming up with this project. One issue that the minister underlined at the program was good news for the authorities at the health center.
The construction of this health facility in Dongoroba, Lower River region, will indeed contribute towards our aims and objectives of realizing the Millennium Development Goals, particularly in the relation to the health sector.
Sustainability is one issue authorities at the health center have to deal with in the years to come. Keba Dem, chair of the board of directors, says the issue is on course. It's
first step, as you said, for the sustainable aspect of it. We've got finance for 1 year from the sponsor. From now on, whatever proceed we are going to get from this health center, though we have to underline this is not a profit-making project. We have to recover at least the running cost.
Well, it is one thing to establish a health facility. The other thing is to make sure that the conditions are created to ensure its sustainability. Well, the authorities have vowed to do all what it takes to ensure that the hospital remains operational throughout. Ibrahim Balde reporting for GRTS News in Dongoroba.
That's really impressive. The Gambia Association of Resident Medical Doctors on Friday hosted a sumptuous fundraising gala dinner in support of blood transfusion services. As we heard in this report by Ndeko Mbademba, the program is being held at a time when the demand for blood is on the rise.
It is not every day we see doctors in gatherings like this one, more so being the organizers themselves. This is the first fundraising gala dinner organized by the Gambia Association of Resident Doctors in support of blood transfusion services. This night, they are not with stethoscope but fully dressed in suit to support what is by every means a worthy cause bearing the team striving towards improving blood transfusion services. For an association that was revived about 2 years ago with the promise of collaborating with government and hospital authorities on ways of improving health service, among other things, this could be a great start. It is estimated that on average, the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital receives about 6,000 patients per annum needing blood transfusion. These include adults, children, women undergoing childbirth, and victims of road accidents. The institute, which is the only provider of blood transfusion in the country, is unable to accommodate all these demands. Blood donation, therefore, and improving transfusion services to Dr. Keba Bojang, president of GRD, is a noble cause.
Whether we are aware of it or not, people die in this country simply because they don't have blood to be transfused at the right time or the right type of blood product. These people are our sisters, our mothers, our daughters, our brothers, our fathers, and our sons. These people are our family, and these people could be us. It can happen to anybody in this country, no matter your status.
Your choosing of the blood transfusion is a reflection of your concern that you want things to be improved. So that's a good cause, and well done to that.
Demand for blood is on the rise, and according to officials, there has been a decline in blood donation over the years, something that could be attributed to many factors. And in the words of the head GAM Blood Bank, government can do everything but manufacture blood, laying emphasis on the need to donate blood.
We are really doing all we can, but we don't really have enough blood. I hope this gathering this evening, so many people here will pledge to give blood, so that we can meet the demand of blood at the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital. The health-related Millennium Development Goals geared towards reduction of maternal and child morbidity and mortality cannot be attained in the absence of a readily available and universally accessible blood transfusion.
Yes, there was plenty to eat and a variety of Gambian music to listen and dance to, but at the end of the day, the night was dedicated to a greater cause.
The proceeds from this event will be used to tackle some of the challenges being faced at the blood transfusion services, such as inadequate storage facility in terms of blood bank fridge. And now that we can separate blood into different components, we want to acquire double or triple blood bags, among other things, in complementing government's effort for effective blood transfusion.
And like it was repeatedly said that night, donate blood, for the life you save may be your own. For GRTS News, I am Neko Mademba.
As a further directive from the Office of the President, the new ministerial nomenclature is Ministry for Lands and Regional Government and not Ministry for Regional Governments and Lands as previously announced. The general public and the related stakeholders are hereby duly informed. A fresh delineation of frontiers in the tourism sector. Officials of the Ministry of Regional Administration, Department of Physical Planning and the Gambia Tourism Board have begun a joint redemarcation exercise mapping new boundaries across the entire tourism development area amid plans to encourage greater investment in the burgeoning industry. Ibrahim Ajara spoke to Buba Cham about the exercise.
One can hardly miss the signboard put up by tourism authorities to chart out the tourism development area. The prohibitions on notice are quite distinct. No encroachment, no cutting of trees, no bushfires, and of course no hunting. Now that's a plain admonition seeking to preserve the frontiers, mapping terrain set aside exclusively for tourism development. But this could be under severe discount, as settlers apparently overlooking officially mapped bounds continue to occupy almost every space designed for potential investment.
Action will be taken after this meeting. We will have a program in which we will invite all the stakeholders to come to this GRTS program, and we will discuss with the general public and sensitize them about what is happening in the TDA and the actions that we intend to take. That is, we will redemarcate the TDA, and now we will also submit the status of the TDA report will be submitted to Cabinet, and a decision will be made as to what needs to be done next.
Deeply concerned about this constant evolution of settlements in the tourism development area, officials have embarked on another redemarcation exercise looking to remedy and salvage a problem that will most surely return to haunt them unless it's resolved. Like this demarcation pillar, which has been knocked down to allow settlements to flourish, one can only imagine the upcoming challenge in attracting tourism in a location like this.
What I think happened is that all along the TDA line we have demarcated the boundary limits, and we have implanted this kind of pillars. Some of them will uproot these pillars, you know, to legalize their settlements in those areas. So I think this is one of the areas that they have uprooted some of these pillars.
The recent demarcation doesn't aim to increase the defined boundaries. Instead, officials want to embolden the initial borderlines, separating communities from the areas planned for potential improvements, from Katong, the last village in the west coast, to Kotu.
We are looking for development.